In the heart of Africa, beyond the rolling hills and the golden savannas, lay the quiet village of Kwara, a village where every face was familiar, every story known, and every routine predictable. Life here moved slowly, guided by the rhythm of the sun, the river, and the whispers of the forest. But one day, everything changed. It was during the early morning, when the mist still clung to the grass and the birds began their timid songs, that a figure appeared at the edge of the village. A young woman, tall and mysterious, with eyes that seemed to hold the secrets of 1,000 nights, walked into Kwara as if she had always belonged, yet no one had ever seen her before. The villagers stared. Children stopped playing. Even the goats paused mid-chew, sensing something unusual. "Who is she?" whispered one woman. "Where does she come from?" another asked, clutching her basket tighter. Her name, as she softly introduced herself, was Amina. From the very first moment, Amina startled the villagers not because she was beautiful, though she was, but because of what she refused. When offered bowls of steaming porridge, plates of roasted meat, and fresh fish from the river, she politely declined. "I cannot eat this," she said, her voice calm but firm. Instead, she only accepted raw meat, raw fish, and fruits and roots picked directly from the earth. The village elders frowned. The children whispered. Even the traders, who had traveled far and seen many things, could not recall anyone so peculiar. But Amina carried herself with such quiet confidence, such gentle grace, that curiosity overcame fear. Slowly, she began to settle among the villagers, living on the edge of the forest, near the river that shimmered like molten silver under the sun. It was not long before the villagers noticed the lion Mosi, a great golden lion with eyes as wise as the river itself. He appeared without warning, resting beneath Amina's small hut, as if guarding her, yet never harming anyone. The villagers whispered that the lion had always lived in the forest, but no one had ever seen him come so close to the village. One evening, a young boy, braver than most, approached Amina. "Why do you eat your food raw?" he asked. "Why does the lion stay with you?" Amina sighed, a soft sound that carried sadness and longing. "There are things you cannot see, little one," she said. "Things that have bound my family for generations. My brother, he is not as you know him. A curse took him long ago, and only by living close to nature and honoring the river can I hope to one day save him." The boy's eyes widened. "A curse? A brother? You must tell us more." But Amina shook her head gently. "Not yet. Some truths are too heavy to carry too soon. But watch the river, listen to the forest, and maybe, in time, you will understand." That night, the village gathered near the fire, sharing stories as usual. But even the oldest elders noticed the unusual silence of the forest. A soft, sorrowful cry floated from the trees, echoing as if the forest itself mourned. The next morning, Amina walked to the river at dawn. She waded into the shimmering water, her reflection merging with the ripples. As the villagers watched from afar, a strange sense of destiny filled the aras. If the river itself whispered secrets only Amina could hear. Days turned into weeks. Slowly, fragments of the mystery began to show. The lion Mosi followed her everywhere, protecting and watching. Her hands bore small cuts and scratches from the forest, as though she had fought unseen battles. At night, she sometimes hummed an ancient song, so sad and beautiful that even the wind seemed to pause to listen. Yet no one knew the full story, and Amina said nothing. The villagers began to wonder, was she truly human? Or perhaps a spirit sent by the river. And deep in the forest, eyes glimmered in the darkness. Kito, her brother, trapped in the form of a great beast, watched her. His roar, muffled and sorrowful, carried across the hills. Only Amina could hear him, and only she could one day break the curse. The story of Amina, the stranger who ate raw food, who walked with a lion, and whose brother slept under a cruel spell, had only just begun. And so the village of Kwara waited, watching, listening, and wondering what secrets the river would reveal next. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like and subscribe for more tales from lands far and wide. Thanks for watching. The sun rose slowly over Kwara village, painting the hills gold and the river silver. But for Amina, the day held no warmth. The sorrowful roar of Kito, her brother trapped in the form of a beast, echoed through the forest. Every cry was a reminder of the curse that had taken him, the curse that had stolen her family. That morning, she stepped lightly through the forest, moving as if guided by the whispers of the leaves and the glimmering light of the river. The villagers, curious and cautious, watched her go, but none dared follow. They had begun to sense that Amina's path was not meant for them. As she approached the river, she knelt by its edge. The water shimmered unnaturally, reflecting shapes and visions of the past. Her brother, as a boy, laughing and chasing butterflies. Her parents warning her of the ancient curse. The moment Kito was transformed into a beast by spirits angered long ago. The spirits are angry, Kito, Amina whispered softly, dipping her hands into the cool water. But I will not abandon you. I will undo this, even if it costs me everything. Suddenly, a low growl echoed from behind the trees. Mosi the lion stepped forward, his golden eyes fierce and protective. The forest will test you, Amina, his silent presence seemed to say. The spirits do not forgive easily. As night fell, the forest came alive with strange sounds. Rustling leaves, whispers of forgotten voices, and the distant, sorrowful cries of Kito. Amina pressed forward, moving deeper into the shadows, guided only by the river's light. Then, from the dark waters of the river, figures began to emerge, spirits, glowing faintly. Their faces twisted with anger and sorrow. They circled her, their voices echoing like wind through hollow trees. You dare challenge our wrath, one spirit hissed. You seek to undo what has been bound for centuries. Another whispered. Amina stood tall, her heart steady despite the fear that gripped her. I do, she said, for love is stronger than any curse. For family is stronger than your anger. I will save my brother, even if the river itself turns against me." The spirits paused, their eyes glimmering. The air grew heavy, thick with power. Then, with a sudden surge, Kito appeared, a massive shadow, his form both beast and broken boy. He roared in pain, the sound tearing through the night, shaking branches and sending ripples across the water. Amina stepped forward, holding her hands above the river. "Kito, brother, remember who you are. Fight the curse." And then the river seemed to respond. The waters swirled around them, glowing brighter and brighter. The spirits screamed in rage, but Amina's love and determination created a shield of light around her and Kito. Slowly, the beast began to change fur, falling away, claws softening, eyes returning to the gentle brown of her brother's gaze. The final roar echoed into silence, and the spirits faded back into the forest, leaving the river calm and pure once more. Kito stood, trembling but human again, and Amina ran to him. "Brother, it's over," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. Kito embraced her tightly. "I never thought I'd see you again. I feared I would remain a beast forever," he said. The villagers, who had gathered at the river's edge unseen, erupted in quiet awe. No one spoke, they simply watched as the magic unfolded, as the curse lifted, and as love triumphed over centuries of anger and sorrow. That night, Kwara celebrated. Fires burned brighter than ever, songs rose into the sky, and the forest itself seemed to breathe easier. Amina and Kito sat by the river, finally at peace, with Mosi resting at their side. Amina's journey had taught the villagers something they would never forget: that courage, love, and unwavering determination could face even the oldest curses. That family is worth every risk, and that sometimes the river of life flows in mysterious ways, testing, teaching, and ultimately healing those who dare to follow its course. And so, the stranger who had eaten raw food, who had walked with a lion, and who had faced spirits in the night, became a legend in Kwara. Stories of her courage, her love, and the magic river would be told for generations, whispered under the African moon. Around fires where shadows danced and hearts remembered the power of hope.